is 7 o'clock. And I do see that we have a full quorum, and I will speak to Joni just when we get ready for the regular meeting. So I'll just read the meeting, call to order the application 25-12 CBA. Heather Berry and Eric Berry seeking a variance. Presentation by the application will be first up, and then we can have comments and questions by the staff, by neighbors, the applicant, all that good stuff. So with no further ado, I'll let you guys take the floor.
All right, I'm Heather Berry.
I'm Eric Berry. Thank you all for being here tonight and allowing us some time to present our project. So we are here tonight requesting a variance to allow for replacing our existing aging 12x20 garage with a slightly larger 14x24 garage in the same location. We're not looking to move it at all, just put it in the same location other than the increase in the overall footprint will come a little bit forward, closer towards the road, a little bit closer to our house, but
Not towards the
not
property
closer to
line.
the lake or closer to the property line. This is only a 96 square foot increase in overall footprint, but offers increased functionality and storage with its second floor storage loft. So we have here a list of our hardships and justifications. So one being that the current garage is undersized and aging. It was built for a seasonal cottage that was originally on the property. And it does not provide adequate storage for a year-round single-family home with children, which is what we have now. Number two would be the setback limitation. And if we could bring up the exhibit, it's the plot plan.
Yeah. Come see there.
Yeah, you may have a copy in front of you.
On the third page, but if you want to see it on the screen.
Okay, well, it'll be recorded, I think, too, right?
Plot plan 820.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
It might be a little hard to see, but it's the third
It
page.
is.
Wayne, can you go to the Zoom and hit share screen so that this is recorded in here?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That little green in the middle of share.
Share. So you guys can keep.
Yeah, while you bring that up, I just really wanted so you guys could see
If
the
you look at
setbacks
the
that
third
we're
page, it's on-
seeking variance for, and the ones that are currently what make our current garage non-conforming. It's the proximity to the property line on the, I guess, the south side of the property. And then the lake on the back side of the garage. So these town setback requirements adopted after our lot was established. And the unique shape of our lot renders compliance with setback requirements a hardship. We can't place a storage shed of any kind or accessory structure elsewhere on the property. So our only feasible solution is to seek variance to modestly increase the size and functionality of our only existing garage. We also have no alternative storage options. We don't have any attic in our home. Our basement, because of proximity to the lake, there's a risk of flooding. You also can't store any kind of power equipment in the basement. You don't want to have engines with combustible fuel in them in your basement, in your dwelling. So right now, currently, because of the size of our garage, what we have in there, essential items such as our lawnmower, bicycles, strollers, they're all being kept outdoors,
You
under
probably
tarp.
saw if you came over.
Which, exposes them to damage, doesn't look great, it clutters up the property, creates safety issues, all of those things. Family needs, we're a family of three with hopes to expand, and stay here in town. And our current garage is insufficient to support our growing needs. We do view this as a modest request, and we do also have the exhibit from Cloder Farms, which just help to
Yeah, so that one,
help you guys visualize exactly what it is and how it.
yeah. and
Is that the exact thing you're looking to get?
It's, yeah, we already went there, we picked it out, we're like, they're ready to go, they're just waiting, obviously, on if we can do it or
Sure.
not. And it's already put together, so it's not gonna be like a long project that will impact the neighbors, it's just.
I think it should be,
They're gonna prep both the area and
It's
then.
probably
place it.
cleverly named Floater Farm.
yeah, it's gonna be the only one that says floater.
Yeah, it's sideways.
So they're gonna truck that in.
They're gonna,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
but our driveway's straight and short, so.
Our current garage is 12 feet in height, this would only be 16, gives us that additional space.
And we're at 12 and this is 13 feet, 8 inches, so it's not even really 14, but.
But again, so the proposed replacement adds only 96 square feet to the overall footprint. Really, the game changer for us is just that additional storage above. Right now, we have just nowhere in our garage, just rafters, maybe we can put some new pool floats, noodles up there and things like that, but other than that, you're not putting anything up there. So it's a small and reasonable increase, but it greatly improves the functionality without overbuilding. The new garage will remain a single one-car garage. We don't really plan to park a car in there, but that's technically what it is, a single car garage. But with safer, more practical storage options. We also believe that it aligns with zoning goals, other than these variants that we're seeking here, improves safety and usability of the property, maintains the residential character of the neighborhood, enhances property value without negatively affecting neighboring properties. And the new structure will comply with watershed requirements.
Cause we're gonna put stone around it, so we already talked to Linda Derrick about that.
Let's see, we also do have we had letters of support from our neighbors who are seated with us here today. We have those on file as well, wanted to bring those up.
Yeah, you want to bring up the one from Alma, and then the other one from Mark and Nita is in your packet, if you wanna just look at that one, but yeah, it's at the bottom.
We don't have, maybe it's not.
Yeah, I didn't print out the one from Linda Derrick, but if you wanna,
Yeah, so I can read this for the record, that's all right.
Sure.
So dear members of the zoning board of appeals, I'm writing on behalf of Eric and Heather Berry's request for a variance regarding their proposed garage replacement. Alma is aware of the project and the dimensions and has no concerns for negative impact to the lake. Though the proposed garage is slightly larger than the existing one, the setback from the water will not be decreased as we understand it. So at this point, all 5 Alma board members are unanimously in support of the Berry's request for variance, no concerns to any increased potential harm to the lake. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Linda Derrick, Alma president. And we did discuss with Linda that we do plan to surround it with stone to capture any runoff. The current structure doesn't have that. Grass and dirt around it. So it'll actually be, it'll capture rain runoff better than what we have now.
we also have a letter from Mark and Nita, it's in your packet, or Mark will let you say something at the end, or end your turn, I guess.
Yeah, you say it now if you want to, but I
Alright.
could read your letter or plan, or have something to say.
Yeah,
We have.
I can't remember what I wrote.
I'll read the letter.
I
I'll read it,
was just gonna speak extemporaneously.
oh, go ahead, and then I'll read it, yeah.
And, yeah, I will be happy to read it, but for my mind, it is not an appreciable change, it's just replacing an existing structure, which, well, in a secret's time. And it's really falling apart, tell that where it meets the ground, it's rotting and so on, so, and this replacement can only enhance the property, enhance the neighborhood, and would allow them to put their, all the things that, people use for maintaining their yard in the garage. So I think, overall, it's not an appreciable, increase in size, and I think it would look very nice for the community. So I endorse it wholeheartedly, and so does Nita, who unfortunately couldn't be here today.
And then David,
Thank you,
and
Mark.
our other neighbors, we didn't make them write a letter because they're really not 100 feet, but they're right next to Mark and Nita, so we wanted to at least get their approval and we made them aware of the change.
We're here in full support of the project.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Do you want me to read off the letter,
No, that's.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
or? Yeah, each of you have a copy in your packet.
It's there, it's in the record.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
Great, too.
You keep talking about improved, like, safety, like, what do you feel is unsafe?
So we were getting,
Yeah, that's what I wanna talk.
so the next thing, well, so
First-
we have one more thing and then we'll get to
Okay, one more
the,
topic.
and then you, is that okay?
So, as I noted, we did already speak with Alma about surrounding with stone, capturing all that runoff. We also went to the wetlands commissioner here and got Joe and got our permit, and also the Eastern Highlands Health District. And those are both on file, so we paid for those permits, they inspected the project and approved.
So even though the wetlands permit, we were on the line, you're a little bit underneath, you probably could have maybe not done it right up front. We decided to just proactively get the approval, so that we can hopefully move forward.
So yeah, we wanted to just say that we voluntarily paid for and obtained wetlands approval because although technically it wasn't required, given a small footprint increase, we thought it was the right thing to do, and we understand we want to be good neighbors to the lake. let's see.
And then
And we
safe,
also, again, just to reiterate, we also plan to adhere to, it's the new watershed regulations, that's what we're gonna adhere to, again, because we're under that 100 square foot improvement. Technically don't need to, but we are going to follow that and surround it with stone, capture any rainwater running off the roof. And that brings us to safety. And
yeah, so safety and family impact, so Eric sometimes works overnight or early in the morning and we have a baby. So right now, we obviously have no garage and there's nothing attached, but like in the morning when I have to bring him out to daycare, just to be able to pull my car in when it's bad out and not have to like have him inside and, you know, I don't have anyone else there to help me to clean off my car. And then also with the lawn equipment, it's a safety hazard because once he starts running around, if we have all our equipment in the yard and we can't get it all into that garage, you know, he's a child who's gonna get into it. So having a functional garage space would allow me to safely park inside during storms and winter weather. We're not planning to do it all the time, but just when we really need to. So this request is more, not really about luxury, but more about safety, practicality, and meeting the basic needs of our home.
And so to conclude, given the modest scope of the request, unique hardships of the property, being as a non-conforming lot around the lake and just not a lot we can do there without seeking variance. The lack of alternative storage options and the support of our neighbors, no objections from Alma. After fully describing the scope of the project, we respectfully ask the board to consider and grant the variance. Okay, that's it.
Any questions, Dave?
Yeah, so the existing garage is, well, is it on a slab or is it, what's it on?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's on a slab and spoke to Clutter Farms and their preference is to do it on stone. So our plan is unless when they do the site visit, because you can't have the site visit until you have the permit. Is to replace it on a bed of stone like they're asking us to, which would be better for the lake anyway. So unless there was some big hardship with that, that's what our.
So you can just take a slab off.
We're trying to get
Yeah.
the slab out and put it on a bed of stone and it shows, I don't know if you have it, if you look at the diagram that Wayne had up before.
What?
Which one is it? No, the one from Potter Farms. It shows like, you probably can't see it here, but if you zoom in underneath, it shows like on a bed of stone.
So you're taking a structure that's mounted per se to the ground and actually moving towards a structure that's not mounted. So Wayne, where does that fall into?
It's still a building with,
Okay.
it's still a building for the zoning.
It's
Definitions.
it's movable.
It's got a roof.
Right, yeah, it's. Okay,
Yeah.
For zoning purposes,
for zoning
For-
purposes, okay,
for building official purposes, it may be something different because it's not, right?
right. You guys didn't mention it, but I'm gonna point out the hardship, I think, that I see. You can't obviously move this to the front yard.
Yeah,
You're gonna be a violation of setbacks in a worse situation. And same with the side yard for the lake, you're gonna eat into your 75 foot requirement, so your hardship's really, there's nowhere else to do
well,
this.
that's,
Right.
yeah, that's. what
Right.
we were
Initially, we
thinking.
were
Yeah.
looking into a storage shed, a lot cheaper, and
Yeah.
there was just nowhere to put that.
Yeah.
And, so we were thinking, well, we'll have to go through this whole process just for
Yeah.
this shed. We have a building that's already there, just let's make it a little bit bigger, more functional for us. Not go any closer to the current, the property line now or the lake, and, just improve the overall functionality of what we already have. We just thought that made more sense. And, anywhere we could seek approval for a shed anyway, really just functionally
It's
didn't
a
make sense
hill,
either.
like even that 75 feet, like when you saw it, it's a hill, so it's not like. It's a flat area on the side or the front where we could
Right.
place it, there's
Right.
literally no other place to put any other structure, our only option is to.
Right.
I
place-
did visit the site. Support what Heather just said, that I just couldn't see any other place to put it.
Yeah, I went there perhaps.
I have a question about so you have an increase in impervious surface. And inland wetlands is okay with that, right?
Yeah,
Right,
they
yeah.
approved and everything, there's a. if
One
you-
question I have related to that, so I appreciate the idea to try to mitigate that, which is what happens in some coastal communities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Increase in impervious surface, you have to mitigate that so that there's no extra runoff off your property.
mhm.
And I like that you're trying to do that. Have you had an engineer look at that? Like just putting stones on the ground is not the same as, say, doing groundwork to say, have a bed of stones. Like, has there been any engineering?
No, we were really following the
There's
guidance.
some stones down.
Following the guidance of that watershed allocation form, and so it discussed, or outlined, putting out 2 foot of stones surrounding for a 2-inch rainwater event. So
feet, so 2 feet out from.
I think it's 2 feet out, all the way surrounding the building.
How deep is the snow? Steve?
Yeah,
Honestly,
What he's talking about is the nutrient allocation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we didn't have to fill out the form because we're under the
Yeah,
100.
they
so
will.
we're-
Yeah,
What
whatever
they have
it's-
to do, if they get the variance,
Yeah,
they need to do that, they need to apply with that.
yeah,
yeah,
so we'll follow those guidelines,
Yeah.
and so, no, we didn't, seek
Because we
an
didn't
engineer out, but those guidelines are there.
yeah,
Okay, all right, I didn't know that was the case. That's fine.
yeah.
Part of the rules for the lake.
Yeah.
Wait. So, did you have anything?
No, I mean, I just wanted to talk to Wayne about some of the passages he cited as to why it was rejected from zoning in the first place. That's what I.
Because the non-conforming.
Well, maybe we do that after I'm not seated.
You're not seated.
Yeah, that's so.
You're gonna be seeing, if you wanna ask questions, Joan, go ahead, and ask.
So. I don't know if Wayne knows,
Mhm.
if the. Structure is encroaching on. Respect to required lot coverage. Right, I mean, it's a tiny increase, but there's also. A section of the statute that talk about you can't cover more than 12% of your lot.
12% in the Lake District.
Huh?
12%
of the lot in the Lake District.
Does this put us?
I have not done the calculations, but their lot is bigger than most lots, it's just the way it's
It's
shaped.
just the way it's shaped because the water's on.
Do not believe that they're exceeding, well, this will put them over the 12%.
If you don't think it will, or, no, okay.
Would that be
Yeah.
part of that if we grant this variance, would that be part of the
That's
zoning?
part of the nutrient allocation, all those numbers are in that nutrient allocation.
Okay.
And
The
then,
before and after.
I mean, this will be part of our discussion when we vote. The passage where if a structure is non-conforming, which, I mean, your grandfather, because
Yeah.
everything you have is not.
Yeah.
By the way, but you're not supposed to increase the size or volume of such non-conformity, but.
That's why we're.
How
That's what I'm hearing.
I'm trying to interpret the language.
Right.
They're trying their best to, they're like not making it any closer to the side yard or the water.
Or the water.
But they are, the structure itself would increase the volume,
Exactly.
so.
There's no way to make this conforming.
Yeah.
There's no way to make it conforming, it's already there, so it's just.
I would point out, the structure is there, if the structure, the existing structure could be rebuilt in its exact footprint.
Right.
If it fell down or something happened, or it could be rebuilt.
And that leads to another question I had, I was thinking of as I went through here, like, would it, might be able to save yourself some trouble? If you want to put your car in there, I don't know, could you get from Cloder just a smaller building that would meet your storage needs for lawn equipment and kid stuff?
Yeah,
Without increasing your non-conformity.
It'd be the same though, right?
well, the issue was, we looked at several different sizes there, and this is, I believe, and we can confirm this, but it's the smallest size that also allows the full upstairs storage area.
I think so.
Any smaller, and we wouldn't have that.
And the amount of money it costs to do it, it just like we have a baby and it just doesn't really make sense for us to replace the same exact thing pretty much. We're going to need a little bit of.
But it does need that extra width to have the staircase, inside to be able to go upstairs. Yeah.
Even 12 foot wide for a car is pretty
Would
narrow.
be
we
very
can't fit a car
narrow.
in
You
there.
wouldn't
Can't
be
get a
able
car
to
in
fit a
a
car.
big garage door and there's open doors.
Yeah, you couldn't even get it, right?
So the extra width and length allows for that for the stairs to be
Stairs
there
in the
and
back.
still have the ability to park a car.
Like I read the lawyer, like they're increasing the volume, but they're not increasing the
They
non-conformity.
are increasing the non-conformity,
How?
because they're putting in a larger building, so that it's like 4 feet larger on one side, 2 feet on the other.
Well, they're increasing the structure, but they're not where it non-conforms, they're not, you know what I'm saying? You know-
Yeah, what she's trying to say is go beyond the volume of the property, okay? It's not any closer to the sideline or any closer to.
No.
Right, we're not seeking a
Right,
reduction.
they're not getting so,
So
those
what's-
not,
So
but
the property's already there, the building.
they're increasing something that already
Yeah.
is not right.
Is there.
No, thank you for that. We wanted to point out,
Yeah.
we are not seeking a reduction in setbacks.
Right.
But that,
And we-
not seeking any kind of reduction.
Right,
So,
so this, is that what this, I think what you're
Right.
probably saying, what this means is you're not supposed to really increase the volume of anything that has a non-conformity to it, or is it that,
Right.
you know, you're not.
That's yeah, that's why we did the
Variance.
variance.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what you argue, I don't know.
Right, I mean, one of the things, and it seems like you've read the rules here. You have to demonstrate a unique hardship, which is a pretty high bar, like. A place to put your car is not necessarily,
no,
you
agree.
know, a
Sure.
unique hardship.
No,
So
no,
That's what we have to think about as well.
well,
Yeah.
right, and that's why we outlined several other hardships.
Yeah.
Really, no, you know, none more important than the fact that we can't put a storage building anywhere else on the property because of the way the
And then
property,
we also
the
found,
unique shape of it and the current setback regulations.
yeah,
But just so you know, that's what we have to consider as we. do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the hardship, President? They're, what they're saying is they can't have any storage on
anything,
their property
anywhere,
anywhere else.
Right.
that's
Like
it.
most other properties in town, if you want storage, you can add a shed, right? And we just can't do
They can't
that.
have a shed.
Right. We have, because, did you make that in?
Yeah,
We
we,
did. Yeah.
So, I mean, what can be really helpful, at least to me anyway, is like, so that we know things are what they say they are. To have an engineering survey, is that part of what the town asks for?
well,
right?
yeah,
I
so
asked for a waiver for that.
yeah,
They actually have an A2 survey
The
of the
A1.
neighbor's property
Yeah.
that does locate,
where
their
the
garage.
garage is. And on top of that, so all of those measurements, it's not just we willy-nilly drew it, it's all within 1 inch, like they're all 1 inch out, and they all match up to all of, if you look at like all the town documents, like the old documents from the 70s that are all in file, all the sewer, the well, all that stuff matches up to everything that's in the file. I did call about an A2 survey, and it's $15,000, so honestly, that's why I tried, I called 3 places, but I figured unless you're really gonna say yes, then I was gonna get a really nice press.
I'm sorry, it locates the property line.
Yeah,
Right.
so that shows exactly, like, this is an A1 survey, and it shows exactly where the garage would be.
The size of the lots are, I mean. The side lot there, you know, I think they're the same as they are now, but it's hard to tell. About the high water mark on the picture, it doesn't look like it would be encroaching on that much more, but I.
It's not, it won't change it, yeah. We even had Linda there come over and look, you know, the Almas, that's their biggest concern is that, and she said that. It says it in her letter that she doesn't have any concerns because it's not moving any closer. It's just moving to like 1.5, almost 1.5 feet to the side, not even 2 feet. It's 12 to 13. 8, that's what's good about it.
And so this might be a question for Wayne. What assurance do we or the town or you or zoning whoever have that this new structure will go in the same place and in fact be there and not, that it won't get, you know, say when the guy comes in with the truck, he doesn't just put it where it's not supposed to be, not
It won't be
realize.
attached to the ground, they can move it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's movable.
yeah, there you go, it's movable. It does have to move over like.
Put pins in
Are
where
they gonna flag the property when they do that? Are they going to flag the property before?
Yeah, it's because flag firms, they'll do the site work, so they'll be flagging exactly where it
Yeah,
is.
and the door on our garage now lines up perfectly with the garage, and the new one will do the same thing, so we couldn't move it anywhere else, it's just
Yeah.
one line with the driveway.
Oh, yeah, the highway's there.
Yeah,
Can we be next to the lake now, like in front?
Yeah, I think you have any questions?
No, I think, yes, no,
Yeah.
my concern was like why they're here for the CBA.
Right.
Wayne, how do you feel about it?
I defer to the board.
Yeah, yeah, they defer to us.
But I did spend a lot of time in Wayne's office.
I'm sure.
Trying to
It's the
get.
board's decision.
Anything else? I believe we'll move it to the regular meeting. No, or Fred?
Let's see.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is, close the, public hearing and open the regular meeting, so I'll just go through this one more time, call to order. What I do need to do is, seat Joan Ross, so can I have a motion from anybody on that?
Make a motion.
Thank you, Dave Hewitt, and a second?
I'll second.
Second by Fred, all those in favor? Aye. Okay, so Joan is seated as our alternate, we have 5 members. So there we have, any additions or changes to the agenda? You guys have anything else? Okay, any other public speak? Then I will go ahead and read the application one more time. So application 2512 ZBA Heather Berry and Eric Berry seeking a variance. Applicants are seeking relief from section 4.1.4.7.0.5 and section 11.2 of the indoor zoning regulations to demolish an existing 12 by 20 non-conforming garage and replace it with a new 14 by 24 prefabricated one-car garage with a loft, 16 West Street, Andover, Connecticut. So, at this point, I would entertain any motions.
Make a motion to, approve this project.
Dave Hewitt makes a motion to approve this project. Anybody want to second that motion? Kathleen? Okay, discussion.
I have one, this is one of the nice things about the A2, is that it shows the flood elevations, and that didn't come up here, but like, do you know the elevation of that lot with regard to flooding, because you already have.
So,
The flood elevation would be the shoreline.
So it's higher if you go around the back of our garage, it's up like,
Right, does this fall into the FEMA floodplain?
no, we're not.
So,
I can tell you, a couple of years ago, when the lake flooded about 10 feet up our property, didn't come anywhere near our garage.
Yeah,
Okay,
and we're not in the flood zone.
You get
either.
water at the base.
sorry, so you're not in.
Yeah.
I know that's a thing along the coast, I don't know if they do it in like.
Not, no, or we wouldn't insure it.
It was a significant flood. I've never seen the lake flood that high. Never
Right,
broken down.
but because.
Someone does control the level of that lake.
Yeah, they released the dam. Eric's actually a part of that too, he helped.
But because that's not an anchored structure with a foundation on that, is that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem.
Okay,
That's my opinion, as far as that concerned, not.
okay. All right,
If need be, I'm sure we can request some type of anchoring system with the structure.
well, if it's required,
Yeah.
then you'd have to, I didn't know if it was
Yeah,
required.
I don't know, we haven't done a site visit, so.
Yes.
I mean, you could use screw anchors or something like.
Thank you.
I don't think it's required last time, probably, I know that's what. I don't quite think people that have barns, sheds this size, and they're all on skids, on stone. I'll see that, I see that every day, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
Other
okay.
discussion?
I mean, I just looked at the map here, you know, there's non-conforming, it's just the lay of the land that they have no other place to put anything. The fact that it's not anchored to the ground, actually, in my opinion, almost improving the property, because it's gonna sit on a bed of snow. They're not gonna excavate. So there's no concerns there with the lake or the wetlands. No.
I would think, again, my opinion is just, because they can't do anything else, that's a hardship, they can't put a shed anywhere, they can't store a lawn equipment indoors. I know I keep riding mower indoors.
Oh, yeah, but the right on our own.
I have a barn too. Anyways, you have 2-car garage.
Yeah, a lot.
Stay there.
Yeah, that's a lot of property.
Mark will tell you how many times he's seen me stumble out the door with the stroller and the baby.
So I do find it's a bit of a hardship just from the fact that, first of all, they can't put a shed anywhere else, they can't store anything at all outdoors. The building existing seems to be rotting, as you say, on the ground. I think there's actually an improvement with the stone going down the mine anywhere else. There's no steep interrelation here, but anyways, those are my comments.
I'm thinking, we might even argue a little bit that they on the lines of improving things and nonconformities. I mean, if they help a little bit of the, so, you know, they may, and anything rotting isn't very healthy, really. So, you know, there might actually be some small things there that you know, are on the positive side of the, you know, balancing out the non-conformity a little bit there.
Yeah, that's hard.
Zero. All, as submitted. Does it get everybody? I'll go Dave, yea or nay?
I'm in favor.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been a nice improvement for your life, so.
Thank you very much.
Great guys, good luck with hard work. Thanks for being so prepared.
Thank you so much.
Everybody comes out prepared.
We sigh or leave.
All right,
No,
so much. The only other thing I have, I don't think we have any minutes to approve.
Yes, you
But we
do.
do, in July. And I don't know if anybody else had a chance to review those. I'm not.
I did earlier today. I can give it to you.
You can pull them up. Wait, yeah.
We'll excuse ourselves.
Thank Mark.
Yeah.
Thank Mark.
Take care, guys.
Take care, good night,
Thank you
thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Stop by, Mark.
Thank you, thanks, Wayne, for all your
Thanks,
questions.
thanks.
Tell me what I can do now.
I think they're staying,
You're gonna get some, you're gonna get them, you know.
They didn't like it in July.
Bye for now.
But it says,
I have.
I don't remember it being.
It was here. I know you for meeting.
So online, on the town website, it says Dave Christine and not
As a mistake.
so confused, I'm like.
So we got the
know,
wrong
like,
day.
something is wrong, you're like, I keep saying Hewitt at the meeting, but online, because I look at the spelling, I'm like, something is wrong.
Okay,
So that is.
Maybe that's where the emails are going.
Yeah,
So the email, no, they're going to Dave Mustany instead of to you.
I'm like, something is not.
Because they want to
right
join
here.
us, we should take classes.
So can we just have those minutes?
Yeah, make a motion to amend it
But it's not-
with correcting it to. Dave
Okay,
Hewitt.
so I will make the motion that we change the July minutes to reflect the name change from Dave Mustany to Dave Hewitt.
Thank
Do I
you.
have a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Joni, all those in favor?
Aye.
You missed that one, so 1, 2, 3, we can vote, it's carries with the three of us.
And this,
Well, and Dave, too, you can vote because you were here, so four.
It's been a long day.
They got Dave Mustane's name instead of Dave Hewitt's name.
On the town website, so I emailed Wayne, I'm like, they keep saying Hewitt. something's
Correct.
wrong.
all right, thanks.
Okay, anything else? I look deserve it, I missed that day.
I don't do the website.
I just.
No,
noticed that.
Not a way.
I think I have heard the rest of it.
Yeah, I read it a while ago. Okay, do I have a motion? I already have a motion to,
Motion. Joan
You
second.
have a motion?
Seconded. we discussed, all those in favor,
Aye.
all those opposed, abstaining, all right. We will adopt those minutes as amended. Let's see, anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, Jeff.
Joe, anybody want to second that?
I'll
motion?
second that.
Dave Hewitt,
Wow.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, right. Thank you, everybody.
Good.